this is what we're here for. The old boot came completely off and it's stuck in there. Shall we see if we can get it out? We shall see if we can get it out. Will we? We'll see. Where tools, things, and stuff. Number 8, perfect. There we go. Now I can use you. Sorry. Show you what I'm doing here. A little closer. Zoop. This guy. So both valve cover gaskets replaced. And bloop. And now you can see that part is lost. We're seeing if we can get it out. It's way down in tur. Be right back with a secret weapon. All right, so I went on the Zon of the Am, and this is a 5-piece long nose plier set, and by golly, I got all these. I know it might not be the highest quality, but I got all of them for like 27, 28 bucks. I mean, good grief. So problem is, I bought them. I didn't know if they'd work. So like this, I thought maybe it'd get down in there, but you can't really open it. Can I grab on anything? No, not with that one. That'd be better for like where the plug boot's on the side, not way down in there like that. Let's try just a straight guy, huh? Let's try this guy here. Can I get on the rubber? Oh, I think I might have. Well, not using that again. Now we're in for it, right? Because it was still working. And I just tore more of it off. It's going to come out in pieces. Oh, man. Come on. Hey, all right. I was starting to worry. Ain't kidding. I was like, uh-oh. Now we can get down to that last spark plug, because we replaced all 5, just not the 6th. All right, what'd I do with the last spark plug? There's another new plug somewhere. Good grief. What'd I do with it? Plug. Hello. Nope. You know, one of these days, I need to clean again. Empty box. I thought I threw them all in here. What did I do with the last one? Is it right here? Nope, that's empty, empty, empty. Oh, what do I spy? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. I hope I just like stepped on that and didn't drive over it or something. Oh, good grief. Still have the cardboard wrapper there. Let's see. Doesn't look squished. Okay, we might have gotten lucky. Last one here. If I can remember where I put the other thing that I need. What's the other thing I need? Oh yeah, socket. Plug socket. Where are you? I'll be pushing those lift pieces up under there shortly. Right on there still. Because we're still having oil drip on the exhaust from the oil pan, I'm sure. I have the gasket, just was doing the top end first, working my way down. Is that okay with you? Maybe, I don't know. I figured it'd be the best idea to work my way down. So the valve cover gaskets are done, and we still have oil leaking. And you can see it coming out of there. At least I thought, but figured do the valve cover gaskets first. And now that that's done, well, by golly, we're ready to move on, right? So we'll be doing that project next for this car. The truck, four-wheel drive, isn't four-wheeling. I'll have to figure that out at some point. I don't know when I'm going to get to that. Ooh, look at that. There's a, yeah. What is that? Guys, I don't know what this is. It doesn't smell like oil. Which means it's got to be gas? Is there gasoline getting passed into the threads on this? I guess. I can actually see it down there. That's not good. I wonder why. Guys, somebody smarter than me, please help me out. I mean, it's just this tube. So gasoline getting in here, is that that cylinder ain't firing, is it? Because this boot was broken, so it wasn't sending spark to the plug. Am I way off there in that assumption? That gasoline was just building up in that cylinder. See that? I mean, I pulled it out. It was soaking. But it doesn't smell like gasoline. It's like kind of like gasoline. It smells like something I've smelled before. I can't put my finger on it. I know my finger's on it, literally, but what is that? Let me know if you know. Anyway, we're going to put the new one in. We're going to pretend that's not in there. Or should I let it evaporate for a minute? Let's let that breathe for a minute before we put the new one in, huh? Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what it smelled like. Maybe a blend of oil and gas. You know, we got new gaskets here. Maybe some of that was still in there from before. Sure. All right. Now remember, this says don't use anti-seize stuff, so I'm not. I'm just putting this right in there. Okay. We're just going to hand start it, make sure we're not cross-threading. Years ago, I had a Dakota that had, I was going to give it a tune-up, so I was replacing all the spark plugs and wires, and I got to one, and I pulled the boot off, and I looked at it, and son of a gun. Somebody must have done something to it, and they decided the best solution would be to weld. It had a little tack weld. They welded the daggone spark plug in place. So I'm like, well, that's staying there. It, it kind of ran okay. And trying to get away from the German specs, the whole Guten type thing, which is hilarious, and usually it works. But, for some things, you do want to, not over tighten or not tighten enough. And so, okay, so we're at 120. It's supposed to be at, oh gosh, what was it? 11, I think it was 11 foot-pounds. Yeah, so I'd be at like 11.1, something like that. So it'd be 130, and then just barely past that. That ought to do it for the inch pounders. And then, I don't know if this is getting old or beat up. Beat up's mine. But I've noticed a couple of times, I'm like, that's too tight, and I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it click. So I'm like, I wonder if I went too tight. Yeah. Come on, go the other way. See, it's not even wanting to turn around. I have probably, there we go, probably need to get, I mean, I've only had this torque wrench for, gosh, I don't know, ever. So I would not be surprised if I am due for a new one. There it goes, right there. Perfect. I think it's like when I try to hold it up here and there, it doesn't work so well. You got to just hold it back here. So there, that's in proper torque setting. Fantastic. You know, I'll sleep better at night. No, that's not true. I sleep. I mean, if rocks could sleep, they'd be jealous of how well I sleep. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I sleep well. That's what I'm getting at, guys. That's what I'm getting at. Okay. There we go. So now, in my mind, at this point, I'm thinking, man, this is going to run so much better. And it might. Because if all that fuel was just there because it was getting compressed, getting pushed back up those threads, I mean, that kind of makes sense to me. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you? No? Sure. That's my best theory right now, is that there was gas oil mix, something, whatever it was. You know, it's probably gas that had been compressed and decompressed so many times that it just didn't smell like gas anymore. Is that a thing? It was very much oily, but if you take some of the liquid out of gas, wouldn't that feel kind of oily? All right, you're not going to play silly with me, are you? Come on, don't play games. Don't play coy with me. Get on there. Oh, that was kind of firm. See, all the way. There we go. All right, well, that'll be interesting to see. If you're curious, remind me. Drop in the comments, like, hey, how did it run after that? Did you notice a difference? Okay. Because that was broken when I bought it. So who knows? I might have been running on 5 cylinders this whole time. And it runs pretty good. All right. One job done. Now let's back it on up. Finish hooking up the lift here.